Hi Julie, what's here? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are having another look at the Sentimentally Yours Layered Differently collection, the second release. And this time we're using the Exquisite rectangles, and I haven't actually done one where I've used lots and lots and lots of layers, so I thought we'd do that on this. I am not going to use the smallest of the decorative dies, so that's the only one in the set I'm not using on this card, and it's going to be an A5 card, and you should find them, if I've still got stock left, over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk and also over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. So let's crack on and have a play. So I thought I'd also use the frame maker stamps. We're going to do this orientation. So we're going to do it landscape. And thinking on my feet, probably change my mind as I go. So we've got the largest two dies in the set. So these two here are going to make my outside layers. And of course you could cut this one out of decorative paper. You could emboss it if you want to, but we're actually going to use the new frame maker stamps from last month, and we have got a kind of cut off edge, so it's not a straight edge, so a little bit of a challenge with the corners, but yeah, we're going to give it a go and see what it looks like. So we're going to just seat this into the corner like so, and as always I'm going to start working on the bottom, and I'm going to use, for this one, I'm going to use the Nouveau Flourish set, and we're going to go for the smaller of the corners, I think. Yeah, the smaller one, I think that would be the best one to work with. It is very pointy into the corner, so we'll just see how we get on. So the thing is to try and have the dot in the corner going as close to the piercing of the die as you can. I think that'll be good. And then we do the other one. I think it'd be quite nice to use lots of sentiment stamps to make your own background. I think that would be a nice thing to do. Is that about, I think that's got to go down a bit. Let's go for that and see what happens. And I am going to use Morning Mist, which is what I tend to use with the soft pistachio card, which is the grey Versafine Clair. And you will find the Versafine Clairs on both of our websites. And I have re-inked it. This is Morning Mist. You'll find the re-inkers on my website. I don't think Phil does the re-inkers, but I do. Rather than throw your ink pad away and get a new one, just buy a re-inker. And then we're going to do the other corners. So because we're not going right into a pointy edge corner, you will find that the this frame will sit a little bit prouder from the edge. But you know, it's nice to see that, I think, that you can still use them with these dies. Of course, the first release of Layered Differently was super popular. I'm not sure if I've got any left. I have at the time I'm recording this, but you know, things change very quickly. Okay, I think that one is closer to the, well, it is, that's closer to the pierced edge than that one, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? kitchen roll. I'm using archival ink cleaner, which is what I'm using to clean off the stamps, because with the frame maker I've been using lots of pastel colours with pastel card, so I don't want to have, you know, an off yellow or an off pink. And it doesn't harm your stamps. Wouldn't necessarily use Stays On cleaner with my stamps, but I have done in the past. Right, so now we want to fill in with our edges. We could just leave corners and just have corners, but we're going to use the edges that Phil's given us. And these sizes are really just a guide. So you'll be wanting to find, oh, that one fits nicely. Let's have that one. So that's from the 7x7. Some of the sizes you'll find are the same, because Phil's given you all of the sizes as if you were cutting, you know, a proper card blank. But of course this is smaller than an A5 because it's a layer for an A5. Right, so that one's going there. Let's pick that one up before we go anywhere else. So we've got the thicker line going in. Don't know whether we'll manage it this side, but we'll see. Because it depends on whether I put the stamps back where they should be, which is always a bit of a challenge. That one's too long. That one's a bit short. Have we got anything longer than that? That one's a bit long as well. Is it? How did I do that one? That one's got a bit of a gap. It's going to have a bigger gap. If I do that one, it will touch, and it will also show where I'm really wonky. So I think we will go down a size. 8x8 and 7x7 is the same. Yeah. Just talk amongst yourselves while I decide what I'm doing. Let's go for this one. Get off my finger. I think we were about the same distance away. I have that one. Okie dokie, let's get this stamped. And see what it looks like. That'll look alright when it finishes. Let's swivel it around and then you get the full idea. Depending on the size of your largest die, of course, you might not see some of that there. That's fine. I have gone for the largest die in the rectangles. There's our frame, all done. And obviously we're going to have it on this orientation. So I can see it's a bit wonky. So I think we're going to, it looks less wonky if we have it that way. That's a little bit wonky. We're going to have it that way. And then it looks less wonky. Change of plan. Change of plan. Cleaner, that's what I'm looking for. So we're not doing a landscape card at all, we're doing a portrait. There's always a way, isn't there, to fix it. I didn't check whether it was straight. My by eye was a bit off kilter there. Never mind. Right, let's put these away. I'll try and put them so that they'd go back on the same. It's very hard to see which is the thick line and which is the thin line. Again, you know, don't stress. I'm not sure if I've got any of these left, but they are the frame maker stamps, and they were out towards the end of May. Right, so let's have, I've got a little sentiment panel. I might as well stamp this as well while we're at it. And this is the smallest die. Where's my die set? Here's my die set. So this is the smallest die here from in the centre there. And if we go to the smallest but one, actually, just to show you, let's take this off here a second. They will work with the stamps that you've got in the Rustic Verses, which were released at the same time as the frame makers. So this is the Birthday Wish. So you can see the Birthday Wish will fit in there nicely, and then you can put like an icon top and bottom, or you can add in some of these other sentiments here. You can also, if you're having it this way, which is the way I was intending, you can also have it so that not all of them fit. That one is, actually they're the same size. See, that one will just about fit there. This is the special day one. So that'll fit there, and again you can put an icon here and an icon there. So they will fit in the new rectangles, and in also in the circles, which I did do there is a video of this one, so you can see that this is the grandeur squares, so you can see the verses fit in that as well. So they fit in the previous layer differently, and they'll fit in to the new layer differently as well. But we're not going to stamp on that one. What we're going to do is we are going to use I think we're going to have a great birthday, and I'm just going to stamp that with a block. And this is from the Birthday Wish, which seems to be the one I've used the most. Don't know why. I think I've not even read the words, I've just looked at what fits. And we're going to have it up a little bit, so we can put a little heart down below. I am doing this freehand. I do have a spare one just in case. Have a great birthday. So we just give that chance to settle into the card. I'm very annoyed that my frame's a bit wonky. I'm saying to you, doesn't matter, but I can still get annoyed. So have a great birthday. Let's just clean that off. If I don't do it now, I forget. And it's also better to clean them when the ink's still fairly wet, rather than waiting for the ink to dry. Okay. I will put that away in a bit though. Right, so I did think, because I've got all my layers here, so we're going this way now. So this one is going to go on here, so let's get that glued straight away. Sentimentally Yours PVA as always. never use anything else except for my Prit on the back of my double-sided tape, foam tape, so I can move it if I need to. Less is more, so you can barely see it. I'm just drawing with it. Stand up to see that this is straight on here. Try not to stick your fingers all over where you've stamped, because you may well smudge it, because Versafine Clair takes a while to dry. That's good. And then we're going to come in with this one, and this one will sit in the centre there like that. Okay, so we're going to just put these underneath my MDF board to flatten it, and we're going to stick, I'll go with that one, we're going to stick these together as well. So just stick them in pairs, just layering. The dies are doing all of the work. It's not rocket science. You can be as complicated or as simple as you like with these dies. I think it's just they're just so pretty layered together. And you could, of course, if you wanted to, gut that bottom layer, and so cut one of these decorative dies out of your bottom layer, because you won't see it. So that's those two together. And then this one, I'm thinking that I will actually, I'm thinking about embossing this one. Because I could put icons on it, because this is going to go here. I could put one of the icons on it. Let's have a look at that stamp set. Here it is. Decisions. So I could put an icon top and bottom. Will that fit? Let me figure out whether it'll fit before I decide what I'm doing. Yeah, it might do. So I think we'll try that. We'll put the icon on rather than embossing. Right, so in which case we need to put these to one side for a minute. And we will get our stamping platform out again. Move the glue out of the way. And pop it on one of the lines, top and bottom. Put two of these on. Put one at the top as well. Put one there. Right. Let's find my, where did I put my stamp? There it is. I mean, we could go a corner there if we wanted to. How would that look? Because that might work better, because that will be a corner in there. I think we're going to do that actually. We're going to use the corners that we had before, rather than the Flourish, because with the corner can go right into the tip. And then we could do the other one as well. Might end up a bit wonky like everything else, but it might not. Because obviously the motopolymer is trimmed a little bit bigger than the actual stamp. So I think we're going to go with that. And we'll see. So change your plan. So again, we're going with our Morning Mist. Lots of patterns can be made with these frame maker stamps. Do check out my YouTube channel for lots more videos with these from when they were released last month, so they'll be quite recent uploads. And of course, on the Crafting with Phil Martin and Sentimentally Yours, you'll see inspiration from other members and also from the design team. Okay, that looks pretty good. On the side, a little song. Clean that off. And then we'll stick some more layers together and then we'll be constructing and we'll be done. I'm not putting any extra flowers on this one. I haven't tended to do that with the frame maker because the frames do the embellishment. There. Touch that off. I hope I haven't got dirty fingers. Get my layers back again. So this one is going to go on here. You've just got that little channel and you've got the double piercing around the edges, which is lovely. So that's going under there as well. And then we've got these two layers going together and we've got the little hearts that come out of that. And see, I've got the little hearts out of this one as well. So we've got extra little hearts that we can use, which are really cool. Other sort of thing I keep in a plastic bag and then I'll think I'll use them at some point and then I've still got them in the plastic bag. But they're there if I need them. And we will be using one of them actually on our sentiment panel. So this is we're just layering everything on top of each other. Over. Okay, it's stuck. Let's go under there as well. And then we've got our sentiment piece. Obviously, we could have had it that way if we'd have been doing that orientation, which is what I intended. But because I was a bit wonky, we're changing it completely and having it up the other way. Just to show you, there are ways around it. It doesn't have to go in the bin. You don't want to waste loads of card, do you? Throwing things away. So that's going on there. Then we're going to put one of these little hearts that's come out of here underneath here like that. They look really sweet. So I need my pearly pickup tool because I won't be able to pick that up again. So the easiest way to do it is to actually put the glue on here and then pick it up with your pickup tool, and then you can just pop that down in the centre, and we can have it pointing the one it's come out of, like so. Cute! Such a beautiful colour, this soft pistachio. Right, let's put that under there as well. And we'll start constructing. So So we've got our A5 card blank, pretend, because it isn't obviously. Then we need 97 million layers of foam tape. So we're going to have foam tape between each layer. So bear with or fast forward. I'll go and make a cup of tea and then come back when I'm finished. I could just put all the foam tape on and then come back to you, couldn't I, really? But we'll just stick with it because it's easier than me editing it all together. Okie dokie. So, foam tape, 2mm foam tape, take the backs off, have a little song. We do some Prit, and the Prit allows me to move it if I need to. Doesn't affect the stickiness of the tape once the Prit's set. And which way up do we want it? How wonky do we want it? I think it's better if that wonky's there. They're both the size of wonky, so I don't know why I'm turning it around really. Right, so let's get this on here as straight as we can. Aye. Okay. See, it doesn't look wonky that way, but when you turn it that way, it looks really wonky. Shh, don't tell anyone. Nobody will know. If you don't tell them, they won't know. So this is our next layer. So just stacking all the layers up from the lovely Layered Differently die. Simple, easy peasy, not rocket science. Anyone can do this. There are the areas here where you could put flowers if you wanted to on the edge. We're keeping it simple. Pretty nice. This is right in front of me. We'll try and put this mid-ish. Oh, not the camera, sorry. Okay. That. And then obviously when we get up to our stamped sentiment, then the next layer, which has got the corner on it, then we bring in the grey back in again, so it won't look as weird just having a touch of grey. So here's our icon one. That looks fab with the corner in the top like that, doesn't it? So we are going to go up a layer. It's unnecessary. If you don't want to, you could just glue this one in place, but we are going to go up a layer. That one's going to go there, because that's another empty tape. Adding the tape just gives the layers a bit more of them a bit more noticeable, but the piercing sets it off. I think really lovely set of dies these, as are all the Layered Differently. I can't pick a favourite. I think the favourite normally is the one that I'm working with. This might be my favourite rectangle until I make my next card with the rectangle, and then it'll be the other one. Don't ask me what they're all called, because I can't remember. Phil's picked out some of the names that are quite hard to pronounce, as usual. which is always a bit of a challenge for the presenters on the TV. It's quite funny, really. Okay. It used to be really funny when Paola used to try and say them. Right. There we go. There's our stack layer. We've got those pointy bits. So we're at that at the moment. Okay. Next one. Next one is this one. And I'll get that one next. Pull them all out. So we've got this one, and this one's going to fit nicely, as you can see, in there, like so. And remember, as I said, you could actually put one of the verses in here, which is the one, this one. You could have actually just stamped one of the verses in there, and that could have been your card, which would be really lovely. Okay, doesn't look quite so wonky now this is on, does it? We are doing it the other way though, because I've stamped it that way. I mean, we could, I wonder how it would look if we did that. You could change it like that. You could do it that way as well. See, so many different variations that you can do with this. We're not going off piste again now. We are going to stick to the second plan. You could put pearls down this edge if you wanted to. We're not going to. We're going to keep it simple, clean and simple-ish. Pop this in the middle, pointing to each corner. And then we've got our sentiment. Now obviously we can't put foam tape on the tips of this, which is a little bit annoying. If we can put a teeny tiny bit. I'll tell you what we can do, we can put a little bit there. We can put a little bit there, just around the heart, so the heart doesn't sag. So this tape won't go around corners, so we're not going around the corner. On the top of the hearts. And just going in centre there. That's it, all done. Fabulous, lots of depth on this obviously, but it's optional. You could just glue all that down. But yeah, so as you can see, the layer, that's the layered differently in its, I suppose, its truest form, just layering it up on top of itself, cut in a couple of different colours of card, and with the addition of the frame maker dies and one of the sentiments from the new Rustic verses. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As a reminder, you'll find the products, if I've still got any stock left, over at juliawattscrafts.co.uk and also over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. Do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Lots and lots of videos on there for inspiration and lots more to come. And thank you for watching.